Hustle, who is this mustachioed man that sits across from me?
I thought he was going for the Baker Mayfield. Jeff brought up it's the Gardner Minshew.
I thought you told me Dusty Hannahs. Who is this imposter that is joining us in studio?
Hey, it's me, man. It's got a mustache.
It's really you?
Yeah, it's me. I'm just waiting until December 1st, man. I'm not gonna, halfway do No Shave November. If I said I was doing it November 1st, no cuts until December 1st.
So
you know what I mean?
Now, what about the rest of the face? The rest of the face is
I
cut.
just can't. It's just I can't.
Well, it grows weird, right?
Yeah, I'll keep the chin will get shaved, every few days.
Yes.
Restart it, but the cheeks just there's nothing. There's nothing there.
I saw you put this on Instagram, and when you put it on Instagram, the reviews were terrible, right?
Very bad reviews.
People did not like the mustache.
Like, honestly, very bad reviews. Like, maybe if I got 100 replies back, 98 or you look crazy. I had a fun day getting to read my replies, just ex-teammates God, yes. Dusty, you're ugly. You know
terrible.
What I mean? Yeah.
They hate it. So why then were you motivated to keep it after such negativity?
Adversity. I love the adversity. I wanted to fight through it. But I just wanted to, small commitment, try and stick to it and then get to December 1st. But I don't think it's, Jonas Valanciunas told me he'd give it a 7.
A 7?
Yesterday he gave me a 7. So,
wow.
A seven's cool.
It looks like it might fill
mustache.
It looks like it might fill in a little bit on the chin and the sides, right? We're going like Fu Manchu.
Yeah. I could maybe get a little horseshoe action towards the end.
And coming from Valanciunas, that's good, man. I mean, he looks like a mountain man. Right. He's got everything going on there.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So, though in the face of adversity, Dusty Hannahs continues to grow out this mustache. Do you feel like it is throwing off your opponents? Because I found myself last night as a fan in the stands. It was hard to take you seriously. It really was.
Well, I mean,
because I know you, and I'm like, why? Why is he wearing this mustache?
I haven't had any comments from the opposing team on my mustache during the game.
They haven't?
No.
They haven't said anything about it. What about your teammates?
Yeah. Negative reviews there, too.
So, does anybody like the mustache?
Yeah, there's a couple people.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's a couple people that like it.
What do your parents say?
Dad hates it.
Of course he does.
Mom just doesn't really care. She's just like, that's my baby.
Does she think that you are now, why does your dad hate it?
He's just always saying stuff like, I've put milk on that and squeezed a cat and licked that weird mustache off, weak mustache. Just calls it weak.
Oh, he calls it weak.
Yeah.
He thinks it's weak.
Like peach fuzz.
Yes. And this is a man that once locked you out of the house.
Oh, here we go.
So,
your favorite thing in the world.
Do you feel like he would let you in the house? He would say, go outside and shave that thing.
Yeah, we got a...
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, so I get to go home. So we'll see.
Oh,
we'll see, man.
It's going to be a point of contention at Thanksgiving.
I hope I can get in the house.
Because now you have to be there face-to-face with your father.
With a mustache.
And he's going to feel like it's a personal affront.
With a mustache,
yes, He's told you. Maybe you feel more grown. You feel like more. You feel more mature?
Man. Yeah.
You feel more mature.
Yeah, more mature for sure.
The season has gone great for you so far. And since we last talked to you, I mean, you're on hard times, just eating Chipotle like 3 meals a week. You'd cut out bread, and you were just grinding in the G League. Since then, have made an appearance in the NBA, got a Puma deal, got yourself a little shoe deal, and from gathering what I could from Instagram, have become a regular at Hot Yoga. You've grown a mustache.
That's Hot Cycle.
Oh, Hot Cycle. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Forgive me.
I mean, they have all kinds of stuff, but I go in there and ride the cycle bike in the off season in the sauna.
Yes. Do you find that to be a good place to find women?
Yes.
Yes, the cycling class is a good place.
I'm not going to say no.
Right.
Because hot yoga is obviously, there's some good-looking women that like yoga.
Yes, but cycling is a good place to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
You have found great success at cycling class.
Yeah, a couple spin classes, but this is like You get a code,
All right.
and it's a 24/7 access. So you have your own private one, and it's just playing your workout on the TV like continuously. So
Really?
it's like a 15-minute class, 1 minute intermission, then it restarts the video. I just go in there with my beats and ride for like 40 minutes. I don't do the class. I just ride for 40 minutes, bang jams until like it's too hot in there. It's 130 degrees. So I mean, if you can make it past 35, 40 minutes, you're a bad mamma jamma.
Did you sign a deal with Beats, or were you just throwing out their name for fun?
No, I didn't sign a deal with
all
Beats.
right. I was just making sure. I didn't know if they were possibly a sponsor of yours. I wanted to give them.
Yeah, no.
I throw on my Beats.
That'd be sweet.
All right, so you got the Puma deal. You, in all seriousness, you were working out all summer and you were doing this hot work stuff. I mean, I saw you posting about it all the time. Do you feel like that helped?
Yeah.
A great deal this year, because it was different than what you have done in years past, and you have been open to trying all manner of things, both nutritionally and working out. And clearly this year you've come in, this G League season on fire.
But I just always, talked to my college strength coach, Adam Petway, about, he was very knowledgeable. He's now at the 76ers, just was like a really, really smart guy. So, while he's stretching me before practice for 3 years, I'm just asking stuff, trying to become enlightened like he is, because his answers to stuff, I mean, it would just like blow you away. And he was always telling me about, biking is the best for players in the off season because of the low joint impact. Like I'm going up and down a hardwood floor all year, and when you get some time, you can like prime your nervous system in a hot cycle like that and get your core temperature deep, but like you're not messing up your joints. You know what I mean? So that was big for me, because I feel fresh right now. Like I think you can really tell a difference that you weren't playing pickup 4 times a week the whole summer, and
Pounding
keeping your
legs,
body going through that same process of like recovering. Like I got a really good 5-month period where I was staying in really good shape, and also working out basketball and just getting better.
Okay, so at the end of last season you get the call up, and you play for the Grizzlies. I was rooting for this so badly. I was so excited for you. And then JB throws you in the game to guard Lou Williams.
Yeah. Yeah. I told everybody,
and
man, that was my welcome to the NBA moment.
And I was like, come on, man.
Yeah,
can you give this guy this is not the right thing. Don't throw him out there.
Give him someone who just stands in the corner at first.
Nobody can guard Lou Williams.
So the Suns game was my first one. You had Justin Holiday too. So when he kept looking down saying Justin to the bench, like every time he said Justin, I'm hearing Dusty. So I'm like,
you
what?
stood up?
Yeah, like at Suns game, it's like 4 times. Like, all right, he's saying Dusty, and then I realized it's Justin. And so the Clippers game, he says to me before, like, I'm getting you in. Like, I was like, I'm ready to shoot. He said, all right, I'm going to get you in tonight. You're going to play. And I didn't realize, into first quarter. So he looks down and says Dusty like 3 times, because I'm thinking he's saying Justin. At that point, I'm like, oh, you want me? And then
and you said, not now.
No,
not now.
No, I didn't say that. I ran out quick.
Yeah.
I was out of those rip-off pants very quickly. And, yeah, just Lou Will came in transition a couple times with a couple 3 burgers for me. But he does that to everybody. So
he does it to everybody, and it was unfair for you to be thrown into that situation.
Yeah, not really.
No.
No.
Okay, so here's the thing. There is the moment where you've been grinding in the G League, you get that call up, now you're on an NBA court, you're in an NBA locker room, you're doing the NBA travel and all that kind of stuff. Did it feel like I have accomplished my dream at the time, or did you look at it like, now I have to get there? You know what I'm saying? Because you get on the NBA court and you love playing basketball professionally. How do you keep yourself from feeling the sense of accomplishment? Like,
I think
this
the
is what I've
situation
dreamed of, and I did it. I was on that court.
Right. Obviously I felt that initially, the day after, like waking up in LA after the Clippers, because we had an off day, I believe, in LA. That day was really cool for me, and after the Portland game, that was cool for me because, I realized, like, I got out there, I scored, like, and the cool thing was I felt like I belonged out there. Like, I didn't feel like they moved any differently than the players I've played, have always moved. Like,
right.
I saw how I could fit out there. But I think my situation perfectly, like, took me back to earth very quickly and made me not, I don't want to use the word greedy, but like I want it. I want to be there now. You know what I mean? That's what I work for. I don't work to get it just a sniff again. I want to be, a part of it. And, getting waived on a 10-day, that helped bring me kind of back. All my friends and family were coming to Dallas. We're on the road. Wheels hit the ground. I'm never seen anybody get waived from a 10-day. You know what I mean? And so the wheels hit the ground, and I have to call my parents. I call them sisters, best friends. Like, hey, man,
you're humiliated.
We're gonna have to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
I tried to not act that way, but it was a little of that. Because I
it's impossible not
and
to
I thought
be.
I was getting 2 at the time, but it wasn't like the NBA rejected the injury waiver, so then they had to sign Zeller because someone had gotten hurt, a big man had gotten hurt. So not saying that like the organization waived me like poor, but like
they weren't
just the situation,
and they needed.
Yeah, it was just like a crazy situation, like
right.
It was part of the business. I'm not saying that was anyone's. It was just like they rejected the waiver. The Grizzlies had signed a lot of people that year, and they rejected the waiver, and
you couldn't play center.
Couldn't play, right? Can't play center.
So
I'm not that versatile.
We hate Tyler Zeller.
No, we don't hate Tyler Zeller.
Yes, we hate him.
No, but yeah, I definitely that situation helped me go into the summer. I guess it could have been different if I ended with 2 10 days and ended with I felt like I was going to have a couple good scoring games, and maybe that makes me go into summer differently, content. Maybe I feel like it happened for a reason, because it was like a a glimmer of hope. Boom, here, feel good. Now get back to it.
And now you come back. Now, all right. Let's go to staying with the Grizzlies organization after that, because you have a choice to make. You could go overseas. You could go to another G League team, right? I mean, you could, but you decided to stay within this organization, and this has been of great benefit now, considering your hustle team is unbelievable. The decision after all that takes place last year to say, I do want to play with the hustle again.
I just, the nature of the business, sometimes it happens that way. I had a different agent at the time, and, I thought different things after Summer League were going to happen as far as like overseas, and, just you always hear rumblings. It's just you never know until it's there in front of you to sign, but yeah, I believe in loyalty. They gave me my first shot. When I was coming out of high school, I was always saying, like, first big school that offers me, I'm going to it, because that's the first guy that thought I could be there. And I was Texas Tech, committed to Texas Tech. And it kind of resonates with me here. They gave me my first shot. And they obviously liked me. I've loved the people around here. It kind of feels at home just from everybody, like, just great people around the organization. Not a stressful place to be. Makes work easy.
And you're going to just now trash that record book to make it impossible to break any of these hustle records. Because I mean, you are the leading scorer in hustle history by a wide margin now, and you just keep tacking on, right?
Tacking it on.
Yeah, right. But you come back. You don't know what kind of team you're at, because these G League teams, they change over every single year. I'm sure you probably came into training camp this year and are looking around and are thinking, holy mackerel. I mean, Josh Jackson's going to be here.
You just could tell when we first got here early, and it was pickup games. It was just like we were going to be good.
Your team's loaded.
Yeah, Jared is just cashing threes. John can rebound, dunk, make shots. Yuta.
You guys don't even have Conchar right now.
Yeah, we just have so many players.
Right.
There's just a lot of threats out there on the floor.
All right, tell me about March and how he has been different for you. Jason March, who is now the new head coach of the Hustle.
He's been great for me. Just, really let me play my game. It's the first time I met him, like this past summer, late summer. He was, we had a great relationship from then, just talking basketball, talking what we wanted to do that year, how the team wanted to play. And he was always stressing he wanted us to play very up-tempo. And, that really helped, bring me back too, because he was saying he wants to play like really fast, like we're be ready to come condition, but we're going to play like very fast. And being in the G League, like RGV, like those teams that play fast are usually they're winning games, and we've been able to. He's got really good ATOs, really good sets, and we've just been able to play good defense and execute and score that ball.
Am I to blame for the three-pointer you missed last night where I was screaming, "I love you, Dusty," prior to the inbound?
No, you're not.
Okay, I was just making sure. Were you intimidated by Tacko Fall? I posted that Tacko Fall did not want this Dusty Hannah smoke, but that picture I took, I wanted you to walk up right next to him. Yeah. That was the best I could do, because when you walk up right, I mean, you're really to his waist.
To his waist. Did he ever come out when you said y'all were waiting on him last night?
No. They said he was going to have an MRI.
Oh, wow.
He took that big tumble.
Was it his ankle?
The game? I don't know. Oh. Was it his ankle?
Looked like his ankle on the replay, but he grabbed his knee. Yeah, he grabbed his knee.
I was trying to get a picture with the kids because, as you know, my daughter would come up to maybe his knee. Maybe.
Yeah.
It is.
He's a real life giant. It's crazy.
It's something you need to behold in person. I told somebody last night, I was like, I don't want to live like that forever, but if for 5 minutes I could just inhabit his body and run up and down the court and see what that feels. Him dunking.
I mean, he had 4 last night. Yeah, you saw just misses the hook shot, but it's just he's the only one up there and he's just dunking his miss.
When he just puts it back in like you're on your little kid's goal and you just dunk it like that, it is the funniest thing ever to see in person. At one point, Roser said that he and Eli on the broadcast were just laughing. He just grabbed the ball and put it back in. Oh, yeah,
if you go to Maine's, if you go to their Twitter feed, when they post a big compilation of Tacko highlights, you can hear me laughing at several of them. I'm like, what are you supposed to do about that?
It was guys are jumping around him, and he's just like, nah.
Yeah, and when they were on a run too, so that makes you kind of mad. They take a 2-point lead on him, just flat foot dunk, and you're like, sweet.
My favorite was Tacko. The finger roll. He did it under the underhand. Yeah. And the ball goes down. I've never seen that before.
His first dunk was from the middle of the lane, and he never really left the ground. It was like a stride.
March told me after the game, I saw him, your coach. March told me that he went to the ref, and he was like, is that not a travel? And they're like, actually, it's not. And he's like, okay.
Yeah, it's just you don't really see it often.
Yeah. Actually, if you watch it back, he's not traveling. He's a giant.
Yeah.
The rest of these people are humans, and they're playing versus a giant.
Seriously.
Right? I thought you were going to try to dunk on him. You didn't try to dunk on him, huh?
Yeah, that's how you get hurt, probably. Now, Josh Jackson, someone like him can catch that.
Almost. Okay, so this has been.
Did you see his layup on him last night?
Oh,
yeah,
it's nasty.
We had Josh on after the game, and I asked him. I was like, when he cut his hand on the rim, he dunked with his right, but his left hand came up and he cut his finger on the goal, and it looked like he was slowing down. I asked him, I was like, were you slowing down because you wanted to get him on a poster? Because if anybody was going to get him on a poster, it'd be you. And he was like, no, I was actually hoping he wouldn't contest that.
Yeah, because you get up to him, and it's just like. You know, if you're going downhill and he's in his drop, you have that space, but then it's as soon as you get close, it's gone. It's gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
All you see
other
is
big
Tacko.
It's like that. Yeah.
All you see is Tacko.
Yeah. You just are for me, I'm at his chest, oh wow. The body lay might be a little tough with this guy. His arms over, it's like that.
It's outrageous.
Get it up, hits the ball out.
I love it. My favorite is Josh Jackson last night was the recipient. As he said, they had him on the postgame, so you get the cookie. Yeah. You've been the recipient many times of this in the postgame where you get the cookie afterwards, right?
Yep.
Last night they brought the cookie, right? Josh Jackson took all of them.
Yeah, he took the tray because we don't want to grab the cookie and hand it to him in our hands. So we just hold the tray out, and he's just like, thanks.
Let's go.
We're like, all right.
I love it.
What are we going to do? Tell Josh Jackson, no, man, you only get one cookie. You only get one. Yeah, we're not going to tell
that.
They were too scared.
They're too scared to tell him.
Yeah, they're going to tell Josh Jackson he can't have to. Look, he's been awesome all season. He's been awesome. Hopefully he shared some of them with you all.
All they do is talk about how amazing the cookies are at the Lander Center, right? They're the best, right? So they go to offer Josh Jackson a cookie last night. He takes the whole tray, and neither of them had the guts to say, you don't get all the cookies.
That's hilarious.
For being the player
Well,
of the
I
game.
mean,
That's
look, when
awesome.
you have 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 5
Yeah,
steals.
and we're 7-0.
Yeah, man, you go 11 and 19 from the field.
Yeah, that
I mean,
deserves
you
a tray of cookies.
And hopefully he gave one to Yuta. Hopefully he gave one to you too. And hopefully Nino got a cookie last night.
Nino had a great
Yeah,
game.
Nino had a great game.
As Roser keeps correcting, you're 7.5-0
Yeah, 7.5.
because of the rain delay game.
Dude, yes. How crazy is that?
The rain.
I told
Well,
somebody,
You know, when
I
Josh
think-
Jackson was bleeding all over the court. I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, bro, tell me it's not raining.
Yeah, yeah. They said the door opened at the top, that emergency little door, like,
is that
and they
right?
the wind was going so hard they couldn't get it closed, and like,
Because they couldn't get
yeah,
anybody to climb
and it
on
was
top.
raining. Yeah, and it was raining.
If only Tacko had been here that night.
Tacko could have got there. Just a quick pull up on the top.
That's
huh?
right. He could have just closed the door, right?
Yeah.
So you guys are 7-0. You're the only undefeated team in the G League that's left, and a major part of that, in addition to you, has been Josh Jackson. You want to talk about, you were talking about, humbling experiences. Josh he's the number 4 draft pick overall. Huge star coming out of college, and then he looks up and his 4th year of what should be his NBA career, he's not playing, with the Memphis Hustle, having to prove himself again. And I'll be damned, man. Look, that's the first time I've seen him in person.
Man, it's pretty special to
is.
see a guy like that, how hard he plays, and just the energy he plays with. The other night in OKC, we just, it was one of those games we started, it looked like we didn't have it. It was just like missing shots, guys airballing, like, just one of those nights. It's seeming like it's one of those nights. And in that into the third, fourth quarter, man, I've never seen someone on my team take over a game on both sides of the ball like that. Like, his energy, it was just like infectious. And like you say, like, former star, like that showed me he's still a star. He's paying his dues, and he'll be right back to it. Because, I mean, it was crazy. I tell him I love watching him go behind and just whoop their shot in the backboard.
Yes.
Like, it gets me hype every time.
He plays defense.
Oh, he whoops shots into the backboard. I thought he was going to be able to catch Tacko, like, with the right, coming from the 3, like a couple steps, and Tacko not seeing him.
Mega athlete.
Oh, he's a mega athlete. But yeah, the other night in OKC, he just took the game over. I mean, he's been taking many games over for us. Very good player.
Yeah, he is 3rd in the G League in defensive rating and overall defensive rating. You'll get Oklahoma City this Saturday, so you better beat them by more than 2 this Saturday.
Yeah,
we don't need Matt Mooney having to go to the line to make free throws at the very end.
Man, we'll take it though. I believe in Matt hitting those free throws.
Oh, I knew Matt was going to hit those free throws
Yeah.
too.
Now, this is a conspiracy theory of mine, but there might be something to it. Did you grow the mustache to make sure that people did not confuse you with Mooney or Conchar? Because you guys have a lot of 6-foot white guys now.
No, well, the crazy thing is if John's out for like a couple more weeks, I think,
Right.
and he was going to do the stash with me, but he was like, he bailed on it because he's like, I'm not going to just, I was going to play with you just to be like the stash bros, but like, no, I'm not just going to sit on the side with the stash now, There's a big difference, I probably wouldn't have gone through the whole November if I wasn't playing,
I like the stash bros.
Yeah.
So,
It'd be
I
nice.
mean, I know it's not going to be November anymore, but that may have to happen. Did you try to convince Mooney to do a stash
Yeah, I
too?
tried to convince Mooney. He just was like, I don't know, man.
What about anybody else on the team?
No one else.
You didn't try to recruit anybody else?
No, didn't try to recruit any others.
Utah would look great with a mustache.
He's not going to do it with me, man. No one's doing it with me. Maybe
No one.
Jeff. I should have asked Jeff. Maybe Jeff would have done it with me.
All right, well, tell me about off the court life. Last time we talked to you, you were eating Chipotle all the time. It was an excessive amount of Chipotle, and you had become a wine connoisseur.
I mean, nothing's really changed. I've tried.
You still eat Chipotle all the time?
No,
and
no,
drink wine?
no. No, I don't really eat Chipotle as often as I did. I kind of got burnt out on it.
I know you like Bedrock because you tried to
Yeah.
call them this morning and call me.
Yeah. I heard you just speak. I was like,
I don't have any food, Dusty, from Bedrock.
well, I just went to my recents and saw the most recent 901, and I was like, and then you just answered. But yeah, I had the breakfast tacos from Bedrock. They're really good.
Yes.
They're really good.
You got any other food recommendations for me?
Are
we still
what
no
have
bread?
I been on? I've slipped up a little bit some days, but like it's basically out. all the time. I'll have a pizza once a month, and a burger if it's been a while.
Yes.
But I'm trying to
cut
out.
Last time I talked to you, you were wrapping your burgers in lettuce.
Yeah, it's terrible. The main thing I'm actually trying now though is dairy. I'm trying to cut down on dairy.
Yes.
Like try and totally cut it out.
Cheese is the hard one.
Milk,
it's okay. And ice cream.
Yeah, almond and oat milk. You can find like the chocolate ones that are just as good, honestly.
Oh, trust me. We're close to not much dairy in the house, and I
because Tyler Harvey had done it last year, and he got me thinking about it. I'd heard C.J. McCollum.
Yes.
I'd heard some people that said like it really helped their inflammation.
It's good.
And
if you
honestly, I feel it. I've
been
doing it probably about 3 weeks. I've had a couple slip ups, like cheesy eggs and a burger.
That's right. I also am virtually no dairy. I actually bought. I will tell you, I tried to because I do miss ice cream, and I went and bought the almond milk Ben and Jerry's and. It doesn't give you this.
No good.
I mean, most of the almond milk stuff I'm fine with, though. Like smoothies with it and all that kind of stuff. I kind of like almond milk.
I like the, so if you go to Kroger, they've got, it's like Bolt House.
Yeah.
Like Bolt House Farms or something, but it's
in the little juicer bottle.
Yeah, it's like the pea plant protein.
Yeah.
They've got, like, there's one that's yellow, green, and then they've got the chocolate, but I mean, it's all really good.
All right, what about on the wine connoisseur front? Are you still a wine connoisseur?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a connoisseur, but I mean, like, if I'm
drink.
During the season, if I'm going to go have a drink, it's just going to be like a glass of wine, a couple glasses of wine.
Yes.
I'm not going to.
Not to excess.
Right, I'm not doing that.
That would be a huge mistake.
You
would play poorly. Especially when you have to face the likes of Tacko Fall and others.
I got to stay right.
Has anybody, all right, last thing, has anybody that you played against so far in the 7 games really stood out to you from an opposing team that you're very impressed with? Because you see all kinds of guys that are like, coming down, getting called up, etc. in the G League. I think Roser's got somebody in mind.
The Stockton
like
guy
got somebody in mind.
Gabe Vincent played really good. He had like 34 on us.
Yeah, he did. That dude hit everything.
Yeah,
because I remember him last year, and he was not like this. And he's been really good this year for them. I thought Bryce Brown last night. That kid can shoot it, man.
Yeah, Bryce Brown can shoot it.
Bryce Brown was pretty good.
Bryce Brown can shoot it.
That's the Auburn kid?
Yeah.
OKC had a couple, like Mike Henry that was a two-way here once.
Yeah.
He looked good still. OKC had a couple guys for sure.
Yeah. All right. What's next?
Saturday night, Oklahoma City at the Landers Center.
Oh, the rematch.
Hustle and Hounds night. You can bring your dog to the arena. You also get a Hustle Dog Bowl.
Wow.
I've seen Dusty on the promos. You were holding
the puppy.
But I can't tell it's you because I only recognize the mustachio Dusty has now, right?
Yeah.
I say, who is that fresh-faced guy holding the dog?
He'll be back soon.
He will?
Very soon.
I don't know. If you keep on playing great, you're leading the G League in... Do you know what you're leading the G League in?
Offensive rating.
That's true.
I got a little. Yes.
He told you. Offensive rating.
Yes, he did.
You are leading the G League.
I do want to ask you this because I know you do have practice here in like half an hour. Is the free throw thing weird for you?
Yeah, I think it's really stupid.
Because
like
you
last
shoot
night,
like 90% from the line. That's
yeah,
what you
but I'm saying
are.
like how it's just crazy that if you get fouled on a 3, like Josh got fouled on a 3 last night. If you miss the first end of you miss your one free throw, it's like you smoked all 3 free throws.
0 points.
Like that's disgusting.
Whether it is a 2-point for people that don't know what we're talking about, the G League has adopted this thing to where if it's a 2-point shot or a 3-point shot and you get fouled, you go to the free throw line. If you make the free throw, it's worth 2 points or it's worth 3 points, but you only take 1 free throw.
Right.
Until the final 2 minutes of the game. The final 2 minutes of the game,
and
you go back to take
I've had trouble getting to the line early. Like it happened last year too. I have a tough time getting calls sometimes. But I think once I start getting my temps up, like it'll help someone like me because you're making what would be 10 free throws, so 10 points from free throws, but I'm going 5 of 5. Like it's easier for me to go 5 of 5 than last year of going 10 for 10, 11 for 11. Like once you get up in the double digits, like even hard, and like people start missing, but
right.
I get to 7 or 8, that's
Yeah.
If I get 8, that's 16 points. You know,
Yep.
just going 8 from 8 from the line. So I could see how, you know, some games you might be like, oh, that's cool, but ultimately, no, I don't like it.
So you must have missed a couple so far.
Oh, I did. At Texas.
That's why he doesn't like it.
At Texas.
He would have liked it if he would have made them.
Yeah. But I mean, it'll come back. But it's a tough rule though. I don't think that'll ever be adopted.
I don't think it'll ever be adopted.
We've talked about that too, Eli and I on the broadcast. We're like, do we think this is one? Yeah, the NBA's not going to adopt this.
Yeah, because I think so many players would
Oh.
get like missing the first of the 3 free throws.
They
or
lose their
2.
mind over it.
Yeah.
That's right. Do you still get to go to the free throw line if you get fouled to make it?
What do you mean?
And one?
Yeah,
Yeah, you get and
so
one.
that
Yeah.
still
So an and
counts
one
as the
is the
one.
same way.
There were
Yeah.
and ones last night.
I guess
That's the same.
that's the only way I'd like it. If and 1, you really could go for 4.
If you could really
know?
get- if
you
you
get to your 2, and then free throws were 2 too.
James Harden would average 80 points a game.
Yeah.
That's the problem with that.
No doubt.
Dusty, good luck, brother. The team is on
Thank you.
fire, 7-0 already. And then
Saturday night
versus the Oklahoma City
Blue.
The Blue.
The Blue.
That is a awful name. Awful.
Gonna-
Awful.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the worst sports names I've ever heard in my life.
Hustle and
I
Hounds.
can't even believe
Bring your dog.
The Blue what? You can't just be the color.
Come on,
You
man.
can't just be the color.
You can't. Don't.
What? Blue
He
balls?
said
The
no.
blue what?
The blue balls. Is that what it is? Is that what it's honoring? Blue balls?
No, but like
They're
when you
pent
say
up.
the blue what, like that's the
That's
first
what you
thing
think
that come to the
of.
mind
You're
first.
very immature. Our guest is extremely immature. You know what he's chuckling
That's
like that?
Devin's
He's
over there
hilarious.
chuckling. That's
Yeah.
the first thing we're all thinking.
With him chuckling like that, you know what he reminds me of? He's a Matt Dillon, and there's something about Mary. When I look at him, he's
I don't know.
like,
I don't know. I wish I knew the.
You didn't watch There's Something About Mary?
I guess it's just been a decade at least. If
Oh,
so,
come on.
Sounds like it's
not
old.
that old of a movie. I guess it probably came out when you were 4.
yeah. It sounds like it's old.
Sounds like an old movie. It's not Fiddler on the Roof. All right, that's going to do it for Dusty. Hannah's with us. We will be back after this.